This is Jamie Drummond with Good Food Revolution. I am here, not far from the McLaren Vale actually, with winemaker John Davey from Shingleback. How are you today, sir?
I'm very well, thank you.
What makes... Oh, that big rock is very close right now.
That's okay.
Okay. What makes the McLaren Vale a special place for you? Why did you choose to settle making wine there? Because you have made wine elsewhere.
Sure. Yeah, no, I've worked in the Barossa and the Yarra Valley over the years and things. I'm a professional winemaker. I came up through the big companies. I was very lucky in that I had a family of farmers. We had land here in McLaren Vale since the 50s as part of a dairy farming business. So we've always been a family of market gardeners and farmers. We've been used to growing things. I did winemaking, and the natural progression was to use the land that we had here in McLaren Vale to grow grapes to become a wine label. And we've been doing that for now 20 years and developed Shingleback really and built Shingleback over the last 10 or so.
What kind of wine do you make at Shingleback?
A good one, I hope. Look, we're very much focused on Shiraz. It is a big part of what we do. About 70% of the Davey estate, Shingleback's main vineyards, are Shiraz. Then Cabernet Sauvignon comes second, but a distant second. So whereas perhaps 60% or so of the vineyard, or 70% is Shiraz, about 20% is Cabernet. The balance of the vineyards are Semillon, Chardonnay. We also bring in some lovely old bushvine Grenache from around the district, which isn't on our estate, but we bring that into a number of products. So Shiraz, Cabernet, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon. We do a lovely Sauvignon Blanc from the Adelaide Hills combined with Semillon off our own estate here in McLaren Vale, and that's proven to be a very popular product, particularly with younger people, and particularly in the summer sort of climate and conditions when it's nice and warm. So,
with the whole concept of the new Australia when it comes to wine, where do you feel the McLaren Vale fits into that puzzle?
Look, McLaren Vale's always been at the heart of the wine industry in this country. Barossa and McLaren Vale, in fact McLaren Vale, this was the first place grapes were planted here in South Australia. It goes back a very long time. In the days I worked for big companies when we blended across Australia, we would call McLaren Vale the mid-palate of Australia. It has lovely, luscious, rich, bright fruit to it through the mid-palate. A slightly softer, sort of silkier tannins than perhaps the Barossa. And the wines are quite approachable even at a relatively young age. Look, I think McLaren Vale really does work well with the slightly more modern style of wine we're seeing, slightly softer, slightly brighter, fragrant. We really do get the best qualities of wine without perhaps some of the more difficult things. This is a kind area in terms of viticulture, and I think we carry that right through to our winemaking. In essence, what we make is the essence of the soils and the climate here in McLaren Vale. So.
Well, this is the very first Good Food Revolution interview that has taken place at sea, so to speak.
At sea.
Thank you very, very much for joining us today at Good Food Revolution.
You're welcome. Let's try and get that King George whiting.
Let's see what we can do.